2020 was going to be a huge tour year for us, and it all got canceled. Just like every other musician on this planet. So in January, over a year ago, we were on tour on the West Coast. We played NAMM. We played at the Whiskey A Go-Go opening for Frank Hannon from Tesla. We did a studio performance where we filmed a video and a live performance of Going Crazy. We came back home. We went to the East Coast. We played Pro Granada Brewery in Crozet, Virginia. Came back to Nashville. We're going to be down for a couple of weeks. We're going to work out some tunes to go back in the studio with Tiago Castro and Barry Hill here in Nashville. And then we are gearing up to go play in Ohio for the Summit radio station, Summit FM. And all of our Charlottesville fans will recognize the programming director, Mr. Brad Savage. Brad was going to have us up for his radio station to play a couple of shows. We had some shows booked through Kentucky. And then we were working on going to England to play with our buddy Rob over there. And it all got canceled. So we didn't know what we were going to do. And we decided to switch gears, build out some home studios, and see what we could come up with. Now, I was super grateful because we played NAMM. And if you guys don't know, NAMM is the music industry's biggest trade show. So everybody from guitar pick manufacturers all the way up to microphone manufacturers, recording gear, guitars, anything you can imagine, any kind of music industry related company is usually there. We were out there with Ben Vogel guitars, CT monitors, Ernie Ball. We developed a relationship with boss Roland. Super thankful to Moki and all the guys there and gals. But we also developed a really strong relationship with MXL mics, and they have been so supportive through this whole pandemic. And they just hooked us up with a bunch of amazing stuff to allow us to continue creating through the pandemic. And it took forever. If you guys saw our meme we posted, we recorded a bunch of stuff last year, but it never came out. Partly because of me and my own limitations as far as mentally speaking. I know anybody that suffers with anxiety and or depression or just mental hurdles, 2020 was either really hard on you or a year to help you overcome a lot of those struggles, or both. And for me, it was both. I overcame some hurdles, but I also discovered some hurdles I didn't even realize or want to realize that were there. So we recorded a bunch of material and never put it out. And at the end of the year, my sister was really pushing me and encouraging me to just bite the bullet, and support from family and my wife and Ben in California kind of reiterated that, and I finally decided to just push forward. And so studying all of 2020, basically put myself through my own college course, Wolf College. Essentially, I spent hours watching YouTube tutorials every day and reading articles and reading and listening to producers, their miking techniques and how they mix and why they do things in their mix, and EQing, subtractive EQing, and how all of that works. And I know that much, maybe. I have a lot of respect for people like Brian and Josh and our producers and any other producer that is a mixing engineer and a production guy or gal, because I can see why you can go to college for this, work 10 years in the field, and then build your own studio and still be considered the new guy, because the amount of knowledge it takes and know-how in this side of this industry is just amazing. So shout out to you guys. But I took a jab at it. I decided to put all of my education to good use in the field, and we decided to record Hearts Like Grenades. I mixed it. I used Logic Pro X, mixed it to the best of my abilities, mastered it. So I just ran it through a mastering EQ and compared it against other songs in a similar genre or similar vibe and feel, and did the best I could. And then I uploaded it to Spotify. We picked a release date. We scheduled it to be released. Mackenzie Grigg did the artwork for it, did a phenomenal job with it, that red heart grenade. And once it was scheduled and ready to go, I heard some things and learned how to tweak some things and wanted to go back and pull it down and fix it. But that was part of the challenge. That was part of the hurdle of mental constraints. In my head, I hear things and see things a particular way, and like our music videos, I want to look like Hollywood directed and filmed, just beautiful cinematography, and that's the way I want them to look. And our music, I want to be like top 40, radio ready, quality, across the board. Sounded like it was recorded on $5 million worth of gear. Just, the whole thing, just over the top everything. Brian and Josh achieved that for us, and then some, with our 3 singles we did with them, Going Crazy, Sugar, and May the Best Man Win. But taking on the challenge of me basically knowing nothing about any of this stuff, and then deciding I was also going to mix, master, and put it out, that was a big deal for me. I was really putting myself out there. For my sister, it's not such a big deal because she's confident in what she does. It's not a lack of confidence for me either. It's just I don't want to put it out unless it's A+ work, and I felt like I was doing D- work at best for what I can do. And maybe it is just D-, but what I'm getting at here is you got to put yourself out there. You got to start somewhere, and you don't get to the $5 million studio without starting out at the bottom. You don't just skip to that. And I decided to finally just put it out there. And you guys have played this song more than any other release we've ever put out. So thank you guys so much for your support and helping me overcome my mental challenges.